Head of Branding and Communication, Switching AVO, Kolkatta. Can we please invite him on stage with a huge round of applause?
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, industry leaders, Dr. Sai Krishnan, and all the wonderful people here, the entire crew here, having got together here for this wonderful evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be amongst you, the top leaders, and witness this unfolding as one of the events that we had been looking forward to. An event which is now touching 2 decades and something which is setting up exemplary instances of what is possible with collaboration and partnership and togetherness. My name is Naresh Verma and I am representing Switching AVO here. I am joined by my leadership team here, Mr. Salil Mukherjee, VP Tech, and Syed Asif, Regional Business Head, Strategic Projects, and Ranjit, the Service Operations Head. Now, our CEO, Mr. Ravindra Agarwal, was supposed to be here, and unfortunately there has been a bereavement in the family which has stopped him from coming here. So we advise that we represent him here and say hello to all of you and make his presence felt here along with all of us. So that's what it is. So I'm here to say thank you to all of you for having come in and having joined us for this wonderful event. Dr. Sai Krishnan, who we all know has recovered lately, but he is like an US uninterrupted power supply, always on to take these events and these collaborations and partnerships to the next level. Now, I thought I was the only one who could have been a little odd in the way that I came with a bit of a PowerPoint presentation in the terms that I wanted to talk 5 things just to touch upon the ideas that I thought our CEO, Mr. Ravindra Agarwal, would have touched a bit when he was talking about it. Of course, I cannot emulate him completely, but I thought I'll bring out his message to you and see how that resonates with you. So, should we? Okay, I'll just run through the things. I'll give you the essence. You see, I kept on thinking what it is that I can talk about. You guys are industry leaders, veterans. What it is that I personally could give. But I thought, from the point of view of another industry leader like Mr. Ravindra Jain, maybe he could inject something which could unite us together in the purpose that we are driving. And there's an interesting thing I observed. This is an industry in which there's a lot of competition, of course, but there's a lot of togetherness as well. Like the other leaders have already quoted this incident. So there's something amazing. What I wanted to talk about a bit is how the future of responsibility looks like. And when I wanted to talk about that, I just wanted to, we already know the numbers. This is just for the visuals. You already know all the stuff. Okay, so how the whole transition in the world, the demand for energy, global demand for energy is shaping up. So there's been 585 gigawatt watts of energy which has been added in 2024, and 64% of the installations in 2025 our industry saw, the global power electronics and solar EPC industry saw 64% raise in the number of installations in the first half of this year itself, 2025. So these amazing numbers give us a broad picture of what's coming up in front of us, and of course there is a future of responsibility that we can be talking about. So what is there for us? And this future of responsibility will have to be touched and brought about with 5 drivers that I think that can be driving. And these 5 drivers could be starting with re-engineering of the grids, which is already happening, so much so. And then the second could be the redesigning of how we do the supply chain collaborations, then partnerships, then human-centered leadership, and then technology. I think these are the 5 drivers which will continue to lead us to the next frontiers that is ahead of us. So I'll not dwell into that so much. I'll just have you see the visuals if that makes any sense to you, anything that you can take away from there. And then I'll just summarize my talk with the idea that I have, which is the future of responsibility for us. Okay, so you can keep moving the slides, please. I mean, there's less to talk about, there's more to see. Maybe you can just pause for a couple of seconds and then we can see what it's trying to say, and I can just summarize it in the last 30 seconds and be done with it. Okay. So that is the third aspect, partnerships. We all here there are a lot of opportunities which are coming out, which we are completely aware of. National, international projects, cross-border projects, and this calls for partnership. But partnerships will sustain with human-centered leadership, and human-centered leadership means that we should be able to see the needs of our community, our customers, and the world ahead of us, which is demanding that we align ourselves to the needs of sustainability and innovation together. So this is the next frontier ahead of us. A lot of opportunities. We already know about this. Amazing things. And this is the 5 ideas that I brought together. Re-engineering the grids, which is already happening. Rebuilding of the supply chain for net zero or smaller carbon footprints. Partnering with each other. Leading with a human-centered leadership skill. Setting up the environment for the companies, for the industries to grow and leverage on the coming opportunities, and finally innovating which keeps us going together towards the next frontiers. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with this question as to how do you see we will be building together in the coming future, which is the responsibility of future for us, and we build it with responsibility, with partnerships, and with the purpose of going towards a greater sustainable future, which is powered by all of you. Thank you so much.